You know what? Because this game is based on Tenchu a lot, and Tenchu came out at the same time as another favorite game of mine, Vagrant Story. Squaresoft, if this is a reimagined, say, Tenchu, with like elements of Ninja Gaiden and Onimusha, stuff like that, Squaresoft hire Matsuno-san and redo Vagrant Story. Or give it a sequel. Actually, even better. Don't redo it. Give it a sequel. I think Matsuno released like his concept arts or concepts for a sequel to Vagrant Story to the public. That would be awesome. That would be so awesome. They should do that. Do it! That would be so great. Now I want to play Vagrant Story. And you could even keep the RPG mechanics. You wouldn't have to completely modernize it and make it an action game. I don't really know if you really need to do that. Oh man. I'm trying to think. If I were to modernize Vagrant Story but not change it too much, how would I do it? Because one of the core features of that game was chaining attacks and leveling up your weapons versus various types of enemies. Because the game obviously came before Bethesda's Fallout 3, their version, but when you did the attack animation or whatever, it like slowed the game down, and you pick the enemies, and then could you hit? I can't remember. Could you pick body parts? I think you could. Yes, you could. You could like target like the left arm, for example. You want to disable left arm, and then you could just keep chaining over and over again. So with that, if you had like a better level design, and you still kept that part of the game in, I think that would be good. Definitely keep the weapon grinding. Although they may be afraid of that because that game was pretty hardcore when it came to weapon grinding. The good thing about it was the first game I remember at the time where you were able to start over, but your XP for your levels... It's been so long since I played it, but your XP for your levels reset, but your weapons did not. They still stayed as strong as they ever were. And that was always the encouragement. Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter did a similar system, except they had the weapon. You kept X amount of weapons on your characters, and then you had like a weapon locker. Then you could reset the game, and then you could also get levels by accruing what they called party XP, and that gave you an advantage when you started the game over. Just like let you know, like both Vagrant Story and Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter had this mechanic where you get to a point, you're going to hit a wall in the game where you're just not going to be strong enough to proceed, or you don't have the right weapon type to fight an enemy or whatever, especially in Vagrant Story. Like, you start fighting dragons. What is up there, and who is attacking me? Once you start fighting dragons, fall. 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 And you don't have a weapon that's strong against dragons, you're going to be in trouble. And so you might have to restart the game and start leveling up a weapon that's good against dragons. Or whatever. In a world with ninjas with prosthetic arms comes Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.